color match is fantastic. And
what I found is a car of this age, for it to have his little rock chips on the hood or the front bumper.
The car is fantastic. How many miles supposedly?
I think it's like 40,000 miles. It's like 70,000 kilometers or something.
Yeah, that's why.
But it was also like where it was in Japan. I don't think it was ever on the highway. It was probably like someone's like little around the town cruiser, and that probably helps tremendously.
It does, yeah.
What part of Japan did you get it from?
This came from Sapporo, which is like north. Yeah. Like this car should be a rust bucket with where it came from.
All right, so welcome everybody. We have Adam and Mike here today. No introductions necessary. I'm the unknown person here, but we're excited to be able to have a shot at this. I told Adam on the phone the other night, Mormon called me, and they were on the phone. I said, 2024 will be a write-off if I don't get to clean this with dry ice. So I was pretty excited about it when I first saw it show up on his channel, and just want to welcome you guys here, and my casa su casa.
Thank you. No, this place is incredible.
We'll make about 1,000 to 1,200 pounds of dry ice.
Huh.
So it takes 2.3 pounds of liquid to make 1 pound of dry ice. And so it's really weird. If I opened a valve and just let liquid come out on the floor, this is under 200 psi pressure. As soon as it's not under pressure, it turns to snow. Just like poof. If you want to put it back to liquid, you scoop it up, put it in the vessel, charge it with 200 psi, it goes back to liquid.
That's pretty cool.
Super freaky. And then once it's snow, it goes into one of these machines, and we compact it, and it comes out the end like a pasta machine. It basically compresses it, so it's high density. So this is a 40 horse Kaiser that it was the second generation compressor that we started.
This is like the ticket for dry ice working, right?
This is the problem that there's two things about these systems that everybody says they have a big compressor, and what they really mean is they have a big tank.
Got it.
And so this is 40 horse. It's not enough to leverage the newest machine we have. 100 horse electric compressor to power that machine to the fullest. But we don't need it for cleaning cars. We don't need it that dramatic. But that device there, that desiccant dryer, that silver thing,
yep,
that's the magic.
And if there's any liquid in the line, does it just screw you?
Well, it always has liquid. Mm-hmm. You know, all your compressors, you drain the bottom of the tank, right? And we have floats and water separators. All four of these together, what would you estimate?
They're worth?
Yeah.
I've got no idea.
I didn't either, so don't feel bad.
Let me throw it out there. It's obviously expensive. They look like they're in good shape. We'll say like 30 to 40 a pop.
They're $400 to $500 a set.
Why so much?
So they're 750 Agustas made in the early to mid 70s, and they are all dry clutch fitted, where they removed the wet clutch and the propeller shafts, so they're lighter weight. So they have chains and dry clutches, and they're just very limited. I mean, it's just one of the most valuable bikes that you can own. This is what they call cark paint.
I mean, this one's yours?
It is. So this is a loader. It's a loader in the front and a backhoe on the back. So this thing basically goes up, and it's just a 580 case backhoe.
Looks pretty good for making trails.
Yeah, I saw your trail thing last time. Like, and here's my favorite car in the shop. Unassuming 78 308.
Why is it your favorite?
In the late 80s, somebody wedged a 1970 V12 Colombo in it instead of the V8.
And it works good?
Oh, it's like 170 or 80 horsepower with a V8.
Mm-hmm.
This is 330 to 340.
Sweet.
So it's the horsepower that every person that ever owned a 308 or 328 wanted, and the sound is insane. And so I'm just making these little stacks.
That's pretty cool.
I didn't like
these things don't weigh too much either, do they?
No, they're not. I mean, it's a wackadoodle. The guy I have the receipts, in 88 through 90, he spent $100,000 to put that motor in there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to be patient and work at a modest pace, which is just unusual, because it seems like everything's always got to be done quickly. That machine is what you used.
Got it.
That's an 022. That's like the starter, like, hey, this is how this works. And you always want more. This is the newest evolution. That's the monster that just came into production. This we brought to market last year. This is the perfect, we got 40 of these in place in the market. it's the perfect car machine.
Got it.
It's $14,500, and it's 145 psi, and it's the only machine that caliber with particle control.
More from they're nicked up than a color standpoint.
Yeah, like this, yeah.
Yep. But other than that, and like maybe a couple little nuts or whatever, it cleaned up amazing.
It's crazy how it just, and I've tried so many different methods, chemicals, and it ruins the color. So that's the part that I think is really fun. You can't say enough about removing dirt without scrubbing. That's the part that it largely doesn't matter, but when it matters, you're screwed. So if you go in somewhere with any kind of brush and you're scrubbing and there's gravel or soot or grit in the dirt, you're just smearing it around. Like you'd never do that to the surface of your car.
No.
Right? So we're probably too far. It's like taking it to an extreme level. But when you get in there and you're trying to use other methods, your risk is you get water and everything. If you pressure wash it, steam clean it, that's a problem. If you brush it and use brake cleaner or something like that, you're going to distort a lot of finishes.
Yeah.
And this is the only non-friction method where you can just basically take the stuff off. Oh, I heard it tick.
Yeah, I did too.
Got it.
Awesome.
Yeah, maybe don't put that one back in.
What's funny is that's probably what happened. It was probably put back in because no one stripped something. Oh, I guess you could strip the tightening it.
True.
Yeah, but they weren't that crazy tight.
Except for it's kind of hurt anyway.
Yeah, well, that's why we're changing it.
Right.
Okay, so for context, why are you guys beating the crap out of this thing?
Take it off. Just make sure we can clean in here. It's already broken, so I don't really care about nicking it. You need a 3-prong puller, but we don't have one. So I was like, I'll just take a hammer to it. This is LZ style. It's not a good thing. There we go. Look at that. Fans out.
That was an anticlimactic exit, though.
Yeah, so, magnesium, very weak. For that reason, I'm not going to be powder coating it. This one was already bad.
That's your new hole saw.
I thought this would make a cool desk piece, but I want to clean it first.
Yeah,
It's
it
got
won't
cool
clean.
patina.
Just so you know, Porsche Classic Center will not disclose how to properly treat magnesium to look original, but there is a process.
Really? Do you know?
They won't tell me. They won't tell anybody.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was
dry
a
ice
joke, and it was dry ice.
No, if you dry ice it just looks a little better.
Got it.
Yeah, they don't come like fun clean. All right, so these.
But now we'll be able to clean in here. So that was the whole purpose of removing the fan.
With the way the suit looks, you'd think the gravity would cut out in here.
Let me tell you something. All those people where I'm from in Iowa that were 15 to 30 below zero a couple months ago, put a freaking Tyvek suit on.
Is it warm?
I don't care how cold it is.
Yep.
I'm sweating one of these things no matter what.
What? You have to put some heavy metal rock over this.
based on what you thought you knew and what you saw today, how do you feel about dry ice cleaning?
So my only experience with it was with the really, really tiny one that you
Yeah.
said they updated now, and the tiny one took a lot longer. So seeing the bigger spray pattern on this, like
Yeah.
that was quick.
Yeah.
And seeing what it did with zinc, I did not think it would bring zinc back like that.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to see. But more than anything, I just forget. I think of it like I think of vapor honing, but vapor honing is more like polishing, right? Where this is like literally, you don't have to clean it. You are cleaning it.
Yeah.
Where for the vapor honing machine, all the stuff that you did, you would have had to degrease it, power wash it first, probably power wash it 4 times
Yeah.
just to get to that point. And like you can't power wash, you can't do that with an engine. You can't put that in a vapor honing cabinet.
Yeah.
I think for like an engine, if you got a grimy, gross engine, it's like the best thing in the world.
Yeah. I'm anxious to see what you think of what we do with this.
Yeah.
Because that will surprise you. I mean, I know you saw what you did with wheel wells, and
Yeah, I took the most fun thing away. That's the most satisfying part right there, and I stole it.
You know, actually, it's not on these. The funnest thing about these cars for me is the fuel tank and front pan area, because the ghosting of the color lays on those outer extremities, and so when you clean it, that pops, especially like in a summer yellow, mint, you know, any vibrant colors. The front end to me is I mean, the motor's cool. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's really cool. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Talking to
No, this is amazing. I appreciate you making time, and
Yeah.
especially being last minute. But now
That's all right.
this is gonna make my life great.
Very good.